Water, famously the seed of life, but also the seed of arguments? Gloop, gloop, gloop. That's water right there. The water sommelier is probably the most famous water-related influencer. I guess there's all these influencers who make TikToks about like flavored water, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real old school water. So this guy routinely posts a lot of water related reviews onto his TikToks.
Boxed water is not better.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Here's Martin, your personal water sommelier. It maybe looks cool because it looks like...
It does look cool. It does look cool.
Oh, it's a box, so it's not plastic. But trust me, these are different linings in there, and these linings cannot be separated by recycling facilities.
So, yes. That's what he's all about. Hardcore water journalism. He doesn't shy away from a negative review. Absolutely not.
Here's Martin, your personal water sommelier.
And today we're doing the top 5 worst waters you can buy at Erewhon.
He's talking about the best waters, he's talking about the worst waters. That's what he's all about, guys. Recently, Martin did a video comparing and reviewing 2 canned water brands. One of them is called Liquid Death, the other one's called Not Beer. There's like a trend, I don't know if it started, but at least popularized, that the first brand I've seen was Liquid Death, where they intentionally make water cans that look like beer cans. Don't be scared, it's just water. Okay, I won't be. The point of these brands, and specifically the way that they're marketed, but so you can drink water at like a party or a bar, and then people don't think that you're like, I don't know, some dweeb or something. Hold on, everybody, let's not bully this guy. He's not drinking water, he's drinking liquid death. Don't f*** with him.
There's a new sparkling water in a can out there who wants to compete with Liquid Death.
So this is a TikTok that started it all. This review talking about the battle between Liquid Death and Not Beer.
Comparison. This is the Liquid Death versus the new Not Beer water. Okay, first let's start to talk about the name. Liquid Death, it's a great catchy name.
I agree, I like the name Liquid Death a lot. First time I encountered this Liquid Death can was at a music festival. I couldn't find any bottle of water. All I could find was this can of Liquid Death, and I was like, that's not water. That's too cool to be water. But when I did drink it, it was very, very refreshing, as water often is.
The tagline was always death to plastic. So that is the reason it's called Liquid Death versus Not Beer. You guys really had a lot of meetings to come up with this incredible...
Wow, he's going in already. I kind of like the name Not Beer. It's a bit cheeky, although I guess it is a bit lazy.
And stand by himself. Liquid Death.
That is... Oof. Not Beer. Just fell straight up, straight on the goddamn ground. Did something happen to the can, or is that just bad design?
So it feels like the new Cybertruck. Maybe some quality control would be perfect first.
Damn. If we tally all the criticisms so far, dumb name. According to him, I'm okay with the name. And can falls too much. That's an actual issue. Surely we've figured out cans by now, right? Humanity.
Next category, price. Liquid Death costs you 8 cents per ounce.
Okay, okay. What does Not Beer cost?
Versus Not Beer costs you 16 cents per ounce. That means tap water is double the price than the natural water.
Damn. This is a scathing review.
And now, taste test.
Okay, taste test. This is the sommelier, the water sommelier. That's what we're here for. Let's see what he has to say about the taste of those 2 different waters.
Let's start with Liquid Death. There's no odor.
Okay. Does water usually have odor?
Oh, crazy. Versus Not Beer has an odor. It's kind of...
Oh, I didn't even realize that could have odor. I guess when you open a water bottle and then you close it and then you leave that has a bit of an odor, I guess.
The taste is actually not that aggressive. It's almost like beer bubbles. They mimic a beer. And I think that is the success as well. You can...
That is the success of Liquid Death.
Versus Not Beer. God, that smell is crazy. And the taste continues.
Oh my god. The taste continues, everybody. I do have my preferences for different types of water, but I cannot claim to understand about this field as much as this man, not even close. I do wonder, though, if I were to drink the 2 of them, I'd actually have that much of a preference.
Wow. Okay, I want to be honest here
He fucking spat it out.
because obviously this can has a problem. So I want to taste another can from this not beer stuff and see.
This can seems a lot more stable. The stability was an issue with that can.
It's bad.
I'm not making fun of this guy, to be clear. I just love that he's carved out, you know, a place in this very interesting niche. I love how much he cares about water. It's incredible to see.
This fruity chemical smell and taste lingers on my palate now like crazy.
Wow, incredible. So this review ended up doing pretty well. Got 10,000 likes. Liquid Death hit all the notes from the start. Marketing, design, water source. Not Beer is clearly just trying to cash in. Hopefully people realize this. Not Beer's branding is actually pretty fun. I agree. It does kind of take the joke from Liquid Death, which was the fact that this is supposed to look like beer, but it's not. And it is just kind of, I guess it is saying it very bluntly, but I still think it works. I mean, people agree with me. I don't mind the branding of Not Beer. That makes sense. Thank you for defending the honor of Liquid Death. So what happened from here on out is actually kind of incredible. A pretty incredible situation to happen in the water sphere. The founder, the actual founder of Not Beer, decided to respond to Martin and his criticisms of his Not Beer. I'm sure this video will be very unbiased, as founders talking about their own product and their competition, as that usually is. I remember when Mark Zuckerberg did a review of the Apple Vision Pro a few months ago. That's like the sort of unbiased journalism that we need on the internet.
Hey, Martin. This is Dylan, the founder of Not Beer.
And hello Dylan, here's Martin, your personal water sommelier. First of all Dylan, I want to congratulate you because I know how
That's nice. That's a good start. He wants to congratulate him.
hard it is to start a water company. So I love that you're doing this, and I think not many people can pull this off.
Not many people can pull this off, selling Not Beer. So let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's get down for what's actually being said here real quick.
Heads up from my side, because I really appreciate that from you.
Thank you for your review. Before I dive into
This has no offense to this guy, but the vibes here are like very aggressive straight out the gate. Thank you for your review. I don't think he's actually thankful for it. That's my guess though.
I just want to congratulate you on being a professional water sommelier.
That's nice. I feel like he actually means it.
10 years ago, no one would have thought we needed an expert to tell us how water tastes.
I think I'm gonna take back my last point. I have a slight notion that maybe he wasn't genuinely congratulating him. When he said expert like that, I think maybe that wasn't very genuine.
Many people didn't realize that they were buying tap water in plastic containers. And my job as a water sommelier is to bring awareness to water in general. That is actually my job.
If you ever watch Martin's videos, they are incredibly informative. You know, every field has its reviewers. Tech reviewers, movie reviewers, vegetable reviewers. And I think that especially when it comes to like an actual product, it's good to have someone who knows their shit. Maybe the fact that you think that your field doesn't need quality control shows how much you really care about your product.
So from one hustler to the next, congrats on this.
How old is this guy? This guy my age? Is he younger? I forgot what he said. I interrupted what is definitely not a villain monologue. I interrupted it.
But you've done it. So from one hustler to the next, congrats on this great accomplishment. People are driven by incentives. As a water sommelier, what's your incentive, Martin? You have to convince people that there's a reason we need an expert to tell us what water tastes like.
What the f***? Why is he trying to discredit this guy's whole career? Quite defensive, right? I mean, he only said that the water tastes a bit too sweet and that the can falls too much. Like the can was comically falling around. He wasn't attacking like you on a personal level.
I want to bring attention to water because millions of people don't have access to it. Actually, 2.2 million Americans don't have access to tap water. 1 out of 4 people don't even have access to clean and safe drinking water on
And
this.
if you go on his page, that is a lot of what he talks about. Often on his page, he does try to bring awareness to a variety of different topics. And I personally don't really see a problem with a guy building a business based off of just letting people know what's in the products that they decide to buy. I feel like that's absolutely fair.
For a complex compound like wine, having a sommelier makes sense. It's composed of water, ethanol, sugar, acids, and much more. Each wine has a different
This is like really scripted as well. Like he's looking at a script here.
chemical composition based on the types of grapes used.
He keeps looking up into the script like every 2 seconds.
Water is different. It is a single chemical compound that is identical wherever it is produced.
No offense to this guy. You know how like when you were a kid and you gave like a presentation in school, there's a certain melody to like how you say things? Today we're gonna talk about water and the impact that it has on our day-to-day lives. You know, that sort of melody. That's very what I'm hearing here.
It is and always will be H2O.
Is and always will be H2O. You know what I mean? That's kind of the thing I was talking about. I guess he sells water cans, so this isn't really a skill that he needs to have. Just something I've noticed, I guess.
Right, from a chemical standpoint, water is H2O. But Mother Nature does not know the concept of just pure H2O.
Oh my god, he's gonna school him about water now.
That doesn't exist on this planet except when it's mankind made, like distilled water.
Yeah.
When I was starting Not Beer, I wanted it to be spring water. I spoke with the former CEO of one of America's most successful spring water companies.
How are you so young? And he spoke to a former CEO of like a major big How did you do that?
And I asked him, is spring water worth it? In one word, he said, no.
I love that you're bringing up other water companies because that is the scary part, that many water companies have no clue what they're actually selling.
And I mean, when you're saying is it worth it, he probably just means like from a business standpoint. I asked this other guy that made a lot of money in this business, will this make me more money? And he said no. So obviously, this is also the version that's best for the consumer.
He followed that up with, what is water? I looked at him more confused. It's a chemical, he said. It's H2O. That chemical is the same everywhere.
Listen, I am not fussy about water. I don't want that to be my image. But there's a big difference between different waters. You get a big difference between like tap water and like spring water and all that. You taste the difference. But if you're saying it's just a chemical, what value do you bring? What value does your product bring?
Spring water is just a story we tell consumers to sell them water.
No, it's just not a story. It's the source of water. You have tap water, you have iceberg water.
What? How did that guy... How did that guy think that this was going to be good for his business? I think this is what boggles my mind the most. Doing a whole villain monologue where he's like, this is just some bullshit. All of this, all that we talk about here is just some bullshit that we tell you, the dumb consumers. Did he think that Martin's going to be the only one watching this? When he posted it on his public TikTok? He's pretty young. He knows about social media. He knows that that's not how it works.
It's the source of water. You have tap water, you have iceberg water, you have glacier water, you have spring water, you have artesian spring water.
Yeah. That's all different kinds of water.
Yes, water can taste differently,
Well, it's the first time we've acknowledged that fact.
but that's driven by the purification systems and the minerals, not the source.
No, it's not driven by the purification systems because in Europe you're not allowed to purify the waters at all. When it's called natural mineral water, you're not allowed to do anything to it except you can extract iron and you can add or extract carbonation.
Yes. Listen, I don't know fucking shit about water. All I know is that I love this guy's energy, and I don't get the idea of what the other guy was trying to do. You say that you are a hustler. You say that all you care about is your business. How does this show care for your business?
You're even talking about your homepage. You're so proud that you showcase.
Why add the electrolytes and mineral blend? So they do add things. He was good. He caught it with his whiff. We add essential electrolytes and minerals to enhance hydration and taste. It's not even just pure H2O like you claimed.
And that's kind of strange to me, I have to say, as a water company that you don't disclose what's actually in the water.
The reason he doesn't disclose it is probably because he put little goblins in the drink. Instead of like the fizzy bubbles, there's like little goblins that go into your mouth and they tickle your insides. And that's probably what he put instead, and that's why he wants to keep it a secret. Because he's a hustler. He hustles and he doesn't want people to know what he's been doing to all those goblins, so he can't let them know about this.
Call me crazy, but I think people can decide what water tastes like for themselves.
And
Yeah, but that's the f***ing point of a reviewer. Especially when it comes to like a product that you're gonna buy. I watch an MKBHD video if I want to learn more about like, I don't know, some tech that I want to buy. And while Not Beer doesn't cost anything similar to like an iPad, I think overall having consumers be like more knowledgeable about what they decide to buy and what they consume that's a decent thing.
And I totally agree with you, because there is no best tasting water. You will never see any videos of myself saying that is the best tasting water and you need to buy it.
Well, to be fair, he didn't say that it's objectively the best tasting water, but he did spit his water out. But that's the sign of a good reviewer, right? You're showcasing your own subjective experience rather than imposing an overall objective experience.
And Dylan, here's a little advice from this random crazy German guy. Just taste your water. Do a blind tasting, have it there. It was actually an advice, because I thought there was an off taste.
I mean, it's probably all the like electrolytes or all the goblins. All the goblins in the drink. He accidentally put all the goblins and he's trying to do a cover up. That's why he's starting a drama with the water guy. This is a nightmare. I don't know. I wasn't really trying to go in on that guy, the like Not Beer guy. But that is some like really angry energy that he came to that video with. He's like trying to discredit this guy's whole career. What you like just reviewed your thing that you're selling. Either way, I'm not going to be drinking the sparkling water version of Liquid Death or this company. I don't like sparkling water. I'm okay with the non-sparkly version. I'm ready to start war about this in the comments. Sparkling water sucks. That's my take. Subscribe for less sparkling water or more sparkling water if you do like it.